Okay, this is Algebra 2, Lesson 73, number 8. And it says, oh, good. Solve for x by completing the square. So I got negative x squared plus 6x equals negative 12. I like to have my, I don't like there to be a coefficient on my x squared. So I'm just, to kind of get around that, I'm going to just move everything over to the right-hand side of the equation. So I'll just have 0 over here, and then I'll have positive x squared minus 6x minus 12, if you don't mind. It's the same thing. It's kind of like I added x squared on both sides and subtracted 6x. And then if I really want to fix it up how I really like it to be, I like it to be like this. X squared minus 6x minus 12 equals 0. I mean, if you're not picky, I guess it. So I wanted to try to factor it, but really I have to follow directions. It says solve for x by completing the square. So all that work, I probably need to bring that 12 over here and make room. So I know, I was being silly. Bringing 12 over again. So I'm thinking, I just brought it over there to get it out of the way. I'm thinking of a number that can make this be a perfect square out on the left-hand side. So what I'm trying to do, well, I call it the magic number. The magic number, the complete the square number, is you take half of the coefficient of x, so that would be negative 3, and then you square it. That's the little magic formula. So negative 3 squared, that's 9, right? Now, if you don't believe it, and you don't understand why I said to take half of that and square it, you'll see in a second. I just added 9 over here, so I have to also add 9 over here. You can't just add willy-nilly to one side and not the other. Now watch this. Wait, what's 12 plus 9? Real quick. 12 plus 9, that's 21. Okay, watch this. If I was trying to factor this thing, I kind of already know it's going to be x minus 3 because I have a perfect square factoring pattern. But if you didn't believe it, you could go like this. What multiplies to make 9 and adds to make negative 6? Well, it's going to make, it's going to be negative 3 and negative 3, isn't it? So that's x minus 3. So on purpose, I picked that number especially so that it would make this be a perfect square trinomial. And so that's how you do it. You take half of the coefficient of x and square it. And then that's the number that'll make it be a perfect square. So you don't have to do this part. If you chose the correct number over here, I just usually look at this and say, what's half of this? Oh, it's negative 3. So that goes in there. Now you can just square both sides, or not square, you can unsquare. You can square root both sides. Now when you square root both sides, you have an x underneath there, and you don't know if it's positive or negative, so you kind of have to do that plus or minus thing. Okay, so this will be x minus 3, because the squaring and the square rooting are inverses of each other. But now I got plus or minus root 21. And then I can just add 3 to both sides, and I'll have x equals 3 plus or minus root 21. I'm okay with you leaving it like that. You should know, though, that that's actually two answers. That's 3 plus root 21 and 3 minus root 21.